Once this mist clears, once this mist clears, will I see the mountain ranges beyond? With dense treetops and waterfalls along the slopes? Will I see the birds, the stars, the clouds, the lighted windows of the town, the bakery, the pavement, the solitary finger tapping on the door, the palpable darkness, the darkness holding the shroud of mist? Once this mist clears, will I see ice-blued air and topaz sky and curling smoke from the chimneys? And eternity has festered within this dreary room, littered with hulking chairs, vacuous vessels, disarrayed desk, quotidian carpet, meek curtains, scruffy shelves and maudlin mirrors, surviving in silent cacophony of lifeless existence. When this mist clears, I want to emerge in simple words that vibrate like a trill from a tickling faucet, swirl like steam from a coffee pot, float like dust in sunbeam, slip softly from lonely lips and say, I love you, to no one in particular, but to everything. Last. Before writing poetry, one must learn many languages before writing poetry. The language of shadows and sense, to know separations and absences. Language of rusted wheels and sharp arrows, to understand inertia and starvation. The language of roof holes speaks of searches by inquisitive sunbeams. The patchy speech of lost walls has retained the damp songs of rainbows. Winds know the language of desert and sea and keep a constant correspondence with sand. But the language of dust, spreading quietly through window crevices on windless nights, is known to sand only. My footprints make the dust verdance. I look for you. Poetry. Are you there?
तो इंट्रोडक्शन बस सीधा मेरी चदरिया। उस सुबह जब मैंने अपनी चादर उठाई तो दिखाई दिया एक नन्हा सा छेद, चादर के आर पार मेरी नींद का परिणाम, मेरी नींद का परिणाम। वह दिन मेरे लिए रेशमी धागों से उलझने का साबित हुआ और अगली नींद से पहले थी एक खिड़की जिसमें दिखे कई नए सपने। दूसरे दिन फिर एक नया छेद, इस बार रेशम का साथ दिया रंगों ने और रात से पहले तैयार था। नींद को बहाना मिल गया, नींद को बहाना मिला। खिड़की से झांकने की जगह दरवाजे से निकल रात रात भटकने का, लेकिन सुबह आती रही नए नए छेद के साथ। दोपहर रेशम रंगों और पूंछों में व्यस्त रही। अब मेरी चदरिया में ईशा आ गई, उसमें घना बरगद पे परिंदे, परिंदों की चोंच में लाल सितारे, सूरज और चांद अभी दूर थे। मेरी सुबह छेद को तलाशने लगी जिसमें बुन जाए सूरज और चांद, इस आदम ब्रह्मांड के ही नहीं, उसके पार पार अनेकों भगवानों के, और अंत में एक ऐसा छेद जिससे निकलकर मैं समा जाऊं अपरंपार चित्र रहित आलोक में, चित्र रहित आलोक। This is the reply to Kabir, मेरी चदरियाँ।
Wow. So this poem is called Where is the Good Place? In Bengali, it says, Bhalo jaygata kothay. I wrote this poem when my son was only 3 years old. And after the collapse of the Soviet Union. I'm not sure about whether this poem is about my son or about the collapse of the Soviet Union. But this is the time when we talked about it. Where is the good place? It's the conversation with my son. It begins like this. When he got up from his nap, my 3-year-old son said, Papa, will you take me to a good place? Surprised, I looked at the 3-year-old. At 3-year-old eyes, 3-year-old lips, at trickling drops of sweat. I said, go and get the zoo. The lion's gotten very hungry. The tigers chased the deer. He said, no, take me to a good place. He went to the next room, cried a bit, came back with a tattered Karl Marx calendar and said, we will take this grandpa too, by train, by boat. Hey, Papa, won't you go to a good place? When I took him to Victoria, he said, no, this is not good. When I took him to the Ganga, he said, it's only a river. When I gave him ice cream, he walked along whining. Disgusted, I took him home around 8 and saw tattered Karl Marx lying abandoned on the floor. I told my son, listen, this grandpa said he would take us to a good place too. That Sunday, there was no train, no boat. Quiet for a moment, who knows what. He began winning again. I gave him a ball, I gave him a robot, I gave him a ship. Right when I was about to give him a spanking, he asked me the old-time big question. Hey, Papa, tomorrow, will you take me to a good place tomorrow? Thank you. I'm really I'm honored to be with Rati Saxena and Dilip Jhaveri, two eminent Indian poets from India. We have a lot of eminent poets from abroad, but there are two eminent poets from India. I'm really happy to be here to read one of my poems. Thank you, Mr. Damodar Moody. It's all because of him.
Yeah, because of you.
Thank you. You see, thinner the audience, I think poets get better inspiration to read because they are more attentive than the crowd. Anyway, thank you very much.